All right, everybody, as many of you know, I have crossed the finish line to the road of motherhood, but now I'm just deep in the throes of being a new mom. I don't know if I can say I've like actually accomplished much. So I love listening to Rock Me Mama podcast, laughter, tips, tricks, all of it. So I'm so glad you guys are here today.
We're so
glad
happy
to be here.
Macy and Amy, they're the queens of the Mom Squad.
queens, honey.
Yes. Rock Me Mama podcast.
Rock Me
Welcome.
Mama podcast. It came about because we naturally became best friends through living in the same neighborhood and being connected. And we were both on the struggle bus.
Of motherhood, of having young children.
Because motherhood is so hard.
Yes.
And we were out drinking one night and I was like, I'm starting a podcast. I want to start a podcast about all of this stuff. And I was like, and she was like, I want to too.
Yeah.
And we said it in front of a group of our friends. But then we text each other on the side. We're like, should we really do it?
Yeah, I was like, if you're serious, I'm serious, let's do this.
And then we just did.
Yeah.
That's so fun. Now tell us a little bit about you both as individuals, too.
I'm a singer-songwriter and a mom. And I moved here to start touring as a backup singer and writing for other people. And now I have a couple of my own projects. And I'm just always writing music and playing music. And I have a band called Boys Club for Girls.
How fun.
That's here in Nashville. Yeah.
Oh, I love the name
She's
of that.
the most insane singing voice, too. She's
know.
incredible.
I'm
kids.
the best.
Your kids are adorable.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Those are my two little boys. So I have a 3-year-old and a 10-month-old, both boys. And that's producer Morg's new
I'm like,
baby.
that's not your
kid. And then I have a online pre and postnatal fitness app and platform that I work with moms in. So I'm with moms basically all day.
She's like the
all day
queen
long.
of the mom fitness. Like, it's amazing because you know if you have a baby, you can come right to her and she'll get you right back in shape. Because you know it's not easy.
Yes,
No,
no,
it's
not
not
at
easy.
all. And something I really like about your podcast, you talk about all this. You talk about body issues, you talk about kids, but it's not only about kids and all their shenanigans. You talk about like adult stuff. And
Yeah.
one of them
Yeah.
that I really could relate to was about how your friendships change after you become a mom. And I want to take a listen because it's really cool. And I think other moms will get a lot out of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty disappointed in a lot of the people that even people that I really would have thought would have been like so happy to be in her life.
Yeah.
Seem to just honestly not think about it or care.
Yeah.
And
That's how
it's
it
weird.
feels for me.
But it's so interesting how, you know, everything changes when you become a mom.
Everything.
For the better and sometimes for not for the worse, but it opens your eyes to things.
Yeah.
And some people, like friends who don't have kids, they might not even realize.
Yeah.
I think you really have to change your expectations.
You do.
know,
You have to
I
drop
expected
all
my family to
expectations.
be a certain way, my friends to be a certain way, and it's not good or bad, but it's just not that way. And so I think it really brings a light to, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, and you really crave that camaraderie with other mothers.
Yes.
That understand
And you
it.
need it because they're the only people that really get it.
Yeah.
So how could we, as without children, women without children,
How
I
could
know,
you?
kick me off. How can I show up for my friends who have children or new moms?
Yeah, that's a
take
great
this?
question because you truly don't understand it, as you now know. You don't understand it until you become a mom.
Yeah.
And there's, you know, we look back, we talk about this all the time, but we look back on before we were moms and
We didn't
almost
get
feel
it.
like we need to apologize
Yeah.
to
Yes.
our friends who were moms because
Yeah.
we just didn't get it. And I think the best way is just checking in on your mom friends and
Yeah.
not even so much their kids, but more so like, hey, how are you doing
Yeah.
today, Larissa?
Yeah.
Do you need coffee? Can I just come by and bring you a bottle of wine?
Yeah.
Or
A
just
bottle of
check
wine
in and
always
still
helps.
be a friend. Yeah.
Well, I liked what you said in another episode where you said, you know, when a new mom has a baby and people come over and swarm the baby and just want to let me take the baby
Yeah.
for a bit. And you're like, well, I don't want to actually give you my baby, but can you do my dishes?
Can you clean my house?
Can
me
you do my
do things.
laundry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you cook me a meal?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's
And-
those things you don't realize until you're a mom.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh
and
my
it's hard
gosh.
to ask for.
Yes.
And so it's a tough expectation to expect your friends who don't have
Yeah.
kids
Yeah. And
to
they
just
can't
know that.
They can't know.
But you do have to kind of voice like, hey, it would be nice maybe if you came over and helped clean the bottles,
Or
yeah,
can we
restocked.
reconnect again?
Yes.
Well, okay, so I'm glad that we're kind of talking about this because you talk about mom guilt. Explain. Because I feel like a lot of people can kind of understand that.
Every
It's
move
the
you
worst.
make, you feel guilty about. Am I not spending enough time? Am I smothering? Is the screen time too much? Am I being
Did I do a good
too
enough
easy
job?
on them? Am
Right.
I being too hard on them? And behavioral stuff, especially when they're really young, I mean, it's an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
And it only gets worse and worse and worse until it gets better.
Right.
So it's just kind of, I think you have to let go of like the perfection aspect, and you
so
have
hard,
to say,
though.
I'm a flawed human being, and I'm going to be a flawed mom, and that's okay
Yes.
if I show up for my kids.
And I'm going
Yeah.
to thank both of you for doing this podcast, because for a mom to hear that that's okay and other moms are doing that, it is a
Yeah,
relief.
and
So
that
thank
we're
you.
doing it too.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the point of the
Yeah.
podcast is you are not alone.
Yes.
We want all moms to feel seen because
Yeah.
it is hard.
It's the hardest thing that we've ever done by a landslide, and we're both really hard workers. So
You're doing a great
Thank
job.
you for
you.
acknowledging that.
Yes.
Well, make sure to listen to them. Check them out online. Season 3 is going to be coming out soon.
Yes.
Find Rock Me Mama on YouTube and follow them on their social media channels as well. I promise it'll make you laugh.